So how to style your hair so that it lasts throughout the day, your style isn't collapsing, you're actually getting some volume and you're maintaining that. And there are a few common essential things you need to do in order to make that happen. And I'm gonna go through that process today. So the first thing is understand what type of hair texture that you have. Now, if you have very, very heavy hair or it's on the longer side, there's not really any layers to it and it's just weighing your hair down, you're probably not gonna have a lot of options when it comes to styling your hair, and it's always gonna pretty much fall flat. And that could be a problem for some of you, which means you may need to get a new haircut, maybe try some new shape to your hair, new products, whatever it is. But most of the time, the haircut itself, that's the core base thing, the haircut itself and your hair texture, hair type are the number one issues that you need to address when it comes to achieving a style that's gonna last throughout the day, okay? Now, you may think, obviously, the shorter the better, because shorter hair, it's not gonna weigh itself down, you can spike it up, it's a lot easier to manage. Yes, to an extent. But if you are somebody who, say, has hair length that's kind of like this isn't really medium length, but let's just say it's a bit more on the longer side for guys, or, whatever hairstyle that you have, you can achieve volume even if your hair is a bit longer, right? It doesn't really necessarily matter as much, but you can get volume in pretty much anything unless you have hair like mine, okay? So the core fundamentals really is your hair texture. Straight hair works great, even if the hair is a little bit on the finer side, works amazing for volume, works amazing for locking in that shape and that structure you want for your look throughout the day. Okay, so once you have that established, it's all about products and technique. Now, I know there's many of you out there, this whole myth and controversy about, oh, I don't want to use hair products, they're bad, or heat is bad for you, and I don't want to use a blow dryer because I'm going to damage my hair, it's the worst thing. A lot of those things are just random hair myths, and I don't know, I guess they've been going over the internet for years and years, but heat or a blow dryer is not bad for your hair unless you're using the heat improperly. Unless you're singeing your hair, you're letting the heat from the blow dryer just melt your hair away and fry your hair, and you're seeing smoke and the fire department has to come and save your hair. Well, if you're doing that, yes, that's not really the right way to use a blow dryer, and it can cause a lot of damage and breakage to your hair. If you're using a curling iron or a smoothing iron, whatever it is you're doing, yes, there's a risk that you can be damaging your hair if you're using it improperly. But let's just say that you are using everything properly. You've watched a lot of my tutorials and you know how to use all these hot tools and brushes. Okay, let's start from there. So what you really need to do is work on the foundation, right? The foundation of your hairstyle, the support system of your hairstyle, and that starts with products. So I always start with 25 spray, 25 benefits right here in one spray. Okay, 25 spray, it's my number one, actually my number two selling product, and you have to shake this up, okay? Make sure you shake this up quite a bit, and when you press the nozzle, press it firmly. Don't just do a light little press, it'll shoot out like a laser stream. You have to press down because it's a thicker type liquid consistency. It's not super, super light liquid, like a light watery spray. It's a kind of a thicker, imagine like a sprayable cream almost. That's what this consistency is. So you have to press down firmly when you spray it in the hair, and then you can comb it through. So that's step one. Spray that in, your foundational spray, comb it through as a base. It's got 25 benefits in it. It's great for hair, any hair type, all right? Next, what are you trying to achieve with your hair, okay? Are you trying to smooth your hair out? Do you want it to be silky smooth where you have to use a round brush and a smoothing serum and you're really just using a blow dryer to smooth out your hair, get rid of all the frizz? That's one big job and that's one look in itself. Or do you want to have a lot of volume to your hair? That's where you may have to use something like Tidal Wave where you shake it up again and give it a squirt at the root area, maybe throughout the hair. One spritz, one spritz, one spritz, one spritz, one spritz, and you're targeting the areas that you want volume in. Think of it again as you're targeting the areas that you want to see results in. If you want a lot of volume in the front, don't put all the product in the back of your head and nothing in the front. You know what I mean? So you have to really focus on that one area that you want to see results. And then it's up to you If you want to use a round brush, do you want to flip the hair up? Do you want to, bring it down this way? Do you want to use a vent brush like this to get volume in the hair? Do you want to have something that you can use the brush to lift like this? Do you want to lift the hair? Do you want to get a lot of, root lift right into here? Then this is what you need to do, right? Or you can use your hand like this with the blow dryer to get a lot of volume and just lift throughout the entire thing. As you can see, look at all the volume we have into here. You have to put effort in. I think what a lot of people realize, or they don't realize, is that if you just sit there and want a specific hairstyle and you're not willing to put any sort of work into it whatsoever, and you just magically think your hair is going to look phenomenal with you doing nothing to it, it's like trying to get huge arms and biceps or triceps or a big chest, and you don't even lift, bro. Do you even lift, bro? No, seriously, so you have to put some work into it. If you want to have great hair, it starts with how you style it, okay? And then watch a lot of my tutorials, watch a lot of my videos. You're gonna learn a lot, but the key is then once you have that support system there, once you have that base locked in, you can then finish off with hairspray. You can use a finishing product. Just keep in mind that whatever finishing product you're using, make sure it's the right one for the style you're looking for, okay? I know this is like really heavy, complicated stuff, but there's a lot of people who need this information, okay? And if you're somebody who just wakes up, you wash your hair, run some product through it, you don't even do anything, then you're lucky. You don't have to do much to it. But there's a lot of people who struggle and they want to put a lot of effort into styling their hair. So it's just a matter of building a foundation, using the right tools, the right products, and just when you're finishing the style off, right? The last phase of it, whether it's spraying in hairspray, whether it's putting in product, whatever it is, chances are you want to set it and forget it. The minute you start to do this all day and run your fingers through it, you're just basically collapsing the hairstyle. It's impossible, and I get this all the time, to have an extreme hold product that's pliable, because something that's an extreme hold, why do you want extreme hold? To hold it. You don't want extreme hold to run your fingers through it all day. It doesn't make any sense. So you need to find something that is a bit more pliable, maybe not so extreme, right? Something you can put in and work your hands, but why do you want to run your hands through it? Maybe you don't need a hair product then. If you want to constantly run your hands through it and deflate the volume you just created, then what's the point, all right? If you are interested in purchasing any of my products, use code YouTube20, that's YouTube20 at shop.thesalonguy.com.